Super Dave here with another Super Dave review. This is a Super Dave special review. Super Dave here with another exciting review, and this time it is our final turtle from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, MeTy Toys, or LingJihun Toys. And they have an official license from Nickelodeon, and they look amazing. I gave Donatello a 10 out of 10. And when I got the first batch, Leonardo and Raphael, I did them together. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do these separate. The video will be a little shorter. Plus, they deserve their own individual review. In this case, you know, the final two anyway. And this is the final one. Is this my favorite? I saved this one for last because, be honest with you, I'm excited about the skateboard. I'm serious. I like the skateboard that Michelangelo has, and there he is. They don't even show the skateboard here, but it's in the box. We'll see it here in just a moment. But yes, it's an official licensed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles deal, as we've talked about. There's a little peek of the skateboard right there. But Michelangelo is skating into some awesome fun. And we're going to take a look at Nickelodeon's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. To me, the most awesome, and I'm not even a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan, the most awesome Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 1/12 scale figures on the market today. Bear none, my opinion. Now, I don't even own the other one, so take that with a grain of salt. But just having looked at a lot of them at Target, Walmart, reviews, man, these are awesome. So come on over here in the sewer headquarters as we take a look at Michelangelo. And here we are in the Turtles sewer headquarters, getting ready to take a look at our final turtle, Michelangelo. And he is looking awesome. And now let's take a look at his accessories. And Michelangelo comes with 8 sets of hands, a set of balled up fisted hands, a set of thumbs up hands, a set of yes, or pointer finger hands, a set of chill dude, everything's cool and positive, man, kind of hands, and then a set of peace out hands, and then he has a set of kind of gesturing opened hands, and then a set of weapon holding hands, and then a set of holding the pizza type hands. So he's got 8 sets of hands and all really cool looking hands. Then he's got 3 head portraits. He comes with this nice stoic, just plain head. You know, he's just staring ahead, looking, checking everything out. And then he has, I love this one. It's like a gritting teeth, even a winky type eye. That one's good. And then I really especially like this one. This is a first. He has a laughing head with his eyes all squinched up. I love that. Michelangelo must be the fun turtle, right? But yes, he has 3 head sculpts. He also comes with those ninja stars like the other one that is plain and one with a swooping action on it. He also has the 2 slices of pizza, the communicator with holster. He's got a grappling hook, a little type hook, arrowhead type thing. I'm not sure what that's called. He's got a little walkie-talkie, also a little extra pouch that can clip to his belt. And his weapons are 4 different kinds of nunchucks. And they have bendy wires instead of chain. 2 regular nunchucks, one longer than the other. And then 2 flaming nunchucks, one longer than the other, I think. But yeah, they have flames on the end of them. And like I said, that is a bendy wire. So that is really cool. It comes with 4 nunchucks. He comes with the little plastic hat with a magnetic magnet on the inside. He comes with the trench coat and the pants. And then he also has some extra like straps, like a strap around his thigh that's removable. He's got his belt with his insignia initial on it, as well as some armor around his turtle shell. And so that is awesome. And since we have 3 heads, of course, we've got 3 bandana straps. One that's kind of a, you know, swoosh back type one, and then one that's kind of more relaxed, and the one that kind of drapes over his shoulder. So those are his orange straps. And don't forget, don't forget his biggest accessory of all, his skateboard. Just take a look at that. That is so awesome. And look, it even has some turbo boost, and it even has, like, the way the metal is when it gets real hot, got kind of the purplish and blue, and even a little bit of orange on there, as if the metal just got really hot going flying down the street with that. It's got the little turtle shell insignia on it. Just looks so neat. See, it's strapped up there because they love straps. I mean, it's just such a neat little accessory. I love this. And of course, it has a peg hole so we can put his foot on there and hold on to it. But that is so epic. I love this. I think this is going to be one of my favorite turtles just because of this accessory. So that is awesome. All right, now let's take a closer look at Michelangelo right now. All right, and let's just look for a moment right here, because I want you to take notice just how solid this turtle is, that he can stand flat-footed, hold this heavy skateboard, like a turbocharged, like automated skateboard at that, and not fall over. That's how solid. That just gives you an idea of how solid and how well constructed these turtles are and how balanced they are. I mean, that is impressive to me, and it didn't take any work at all. So yeah, I'm impressed with that already. But bringing our turtle on in here, I am going to remove that out of his hand and show you, first of all, that you can put the nunchucks in the back here of these little holster places that are on his turtle shell. Like most of them have, they all seem to have like a place to store their main weapon, and his is nunchucks, and so there you have it. Now, this explains why they didn't give us chains and gave us the wires, because if you had the chains, they'd be hanging down here or they'd be hanging down here, but this way you can store them, and these are very nice to get out of the way, but you can still pose them, you can still make it look realistic. One of the things that could have been done is they could have kept the wire and put like a metal chain intertwined in with it. That would have been one option to, you know, make it look, I guess, more like nunchucks. I'm not sure, because like I said, I didn't watch the cartoon, don't know a lot about turtles to know if they had, if Michelangelo used chain nunchucks or ones like this. But either way, this is what we got, and I think they look really cool, even almost a little bit techie because of the metal. It looked like maybe a button there. Of course, he's got the typical wraps like we've been seeing. But yeah, this dude is awesome. And this strap, because Donatello and Michelangelo both got a leg strap, whereas neither Raphael nor Leonardo got one, but this one's different than Donatello's. It's not the same strap, it's not the same little pouch, so that's pretty interesting. And of course, he's donning his orange, and yet again, he is a different shade of green than the other 3, and we'll look at that in comparisons. But this head sculpt here is pretty much the same as what all the turtles got. This one seems to be a little different to me because the eyes winked a little bit, but it may be the same. But then we get this one. This one's so cool. It is a laughing head. Just take a look at that. I love that. You can see his tongue. His eyes are squinched. You can see his eyelids. That is just so adorable in my opinion. Now, to show you like we have been doing, these come with a little tab on them, like so. And it even has an M on this one. Check that out for Michelangelo. That is so cool. And they're orange, of course. But once you snap off that little tab, and you need to use scissors or some wire cutter, something like that, but you'll be able to plug them in. Now, there's kind of 2 options. You can either cut them lower down, like below the little rib area there, so that they will push all the way in, or if you want it to be able to hold on a little tighter, I have found if you leave the rib, and it's just really up to you, it's harder to get in. You have to kind of work on it to get it in there. But once it's in, it's going to hold on really tight, even though it's going to stick out some, as you can see there. So that is the downside. The other way to do it is to cut it a little closer, and then you're going to be able to push it all the way in, like so. And it still holds on pretty tight, and it also is going to, the knot's going to reach the bandana. So I just give you that idea, depending on how you would want to do it, of course. And if you've got the other two turtles, then you've already kind of learned that already. But yeah, I love this head. Matter of fact, I'm going to put this on the turtle right now. And there is the laughing head with the squinched up eyes there on this turtle, as you can see, looking so cool there, I think. But then guess what? I also went ahead and put him on his skateboard. Just take a look at that. That is so cool. He's going to be able to look so cool on his skateboard. And yes, it rolls. Be able to kick that leg. He's having a blast. He is having so much fun. While the other ones are eating pizza or playing the video games, he is freestyling on his skateboard, and he is having a ball. Looking epic right there, I think. That is so cool. All right. And just like we were showing you earlier, just look at the cool flame effect on these nunchucks. And those are bendable, so you can have it shaped or posed however you would like. And that is so cool. All right, now let's take a look at Michelangelo's Articulation. All right, bringing our Michelangelo on in here a little closer. We're going to go ahead and remove his skateboard from him here, or at least take it down a notch so that we can look at his head. He's going to be able to look up pretty much all the way. He's going to be able to look down all the way. He's going to get excellent head pivot expressions, which looks so good. So he's going to be able to do whatever he needs to do. That neck joint just looks so good on these turtles, and they just have dynamic range. Perfect in every way, in my opinion. Then you're going to be able to get a full T pose with those arms. You're going to get to go full 360. You also have bicep swivel, as you can see there, and you already see it moving. This one probably has the best butterfly joint of all the three that I've seen. It really moves well there, and it goes in and out. You can see it back there going in, and then you can see it going in on this side as well. And like I said, there's not a whole lot of like crossing over, but it still is present, and it works pretty good. It even goes up a little bit too. So that's pretty neat. You have double jointed elbows, which get excellent range. And when it comes to the hands, again, we have a ball joint, so you can do vertical hinge if you want to, or you can do horizontal hinge depending on how you have the ball joint positioned. Then when it comes to the diaphragm, he's going to be able to crunch forward that much. The shell makes it a little challenging with these to do the back part, but you can go that far back. You can see there's even a little tiny bit of gappage there. He's also going to be able to go side to side a really good amount. So you get the full hula hoop motion there. It's just a little hard to go back because of the turtle shell, but the turtle shell does get out of the way. You're able to turn like that, which is nice. The belt's wanting to move a little bit. This belt is a soft plastic, but it's hard enough to stay put. And then, as we've looked at before, the turtle shell will shift up. It will shift down. It'll even move side to side like that. But yeah, it will get out of the way and shift around and do what you need it to do. So that's so cool. And we've already shown you the posability of the wire and the nunchucks, but let's go ahead to the legs. He's going to get full splits. Has a nice thigh rotation built into the leg and in the ball joint. He's going to be able to kick up a really good amount. He also has double jointed knees, which look really good with that knee pad covering up the bulk. He's going to be able to get full tiptoes, go up pretty much all the way, or high enough anyway. And then he has excellent rockers, that nice flat foot with a peg hole, and then even some two-toed toe hinge bend there on the front, which actually works out pretty good with this turtle, I think. So there you have it, looking dynamic. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yet again, awesome looking turtle, awesome looking paint apps, awesome articulation, awesome accessories. I give it a 10 out of 10. That's right, a 10 out of 10, because this turtle is awesome. He deserves it. He's looking amazing. He may be the shortest turtle. We're going to measure him up here in just a moment, but yes, this turtle looks great. I just think that he is just epic looking from head to his two toes and his shell, everything. He's just looking so good. His head, his accessories, his hands, his everything functions well. Lots of fun factor, aesthetics, you name it. Every point it checks for me. It checks off every point for me. So I love it. And that is just such an awesome turtle. Okay, now let's do some comparisons. And finally, we have all four turtles complete. We have Donatello, we have Michelangelo, we have Leonardo and Raphael, and they're all four looking epic. And all four are different colors. You see, this is almost like a military green. Have a little bit more of a bright green over here, a little bit more of a grass green over here on Leonardo, and I'm not sure what I would describe that as, but it's different. Watermelon green maybe, but yeah, all four of them different shades and even a little bit different height. I'm not sure if Michelangelo is the same height as Leonardo. I'm getting ready to check that out here in just a moment. But just look at how good he looks posing with that skateboard. I love it. I think Michelangelo is my favorite simply because of the skateboard. But it does, I will make the statement, we were wondering why we got these first and got these second. I think it was these extra little things like the skateboard and this device that holds all these different, options, and of course the little computer arm wrist thing. I think that may have been what the holdup was with these. That's just my guessing, but their articulation and their build and their quality are pretty much dead on. It really feels like the hands may be and the feet may be repeat molds, but I feel like all of these turtles, maybe the shells are the same, with the exception of the ones that have holes plugged into them, but it really feels like that each part is a new mold. At least they painted them, made them look so different that you could never tell it. I mean, it just dynamic. I mean, I give all four of these a 10 out of 10 if I'm being honest. I just think that they are dynamite. This definitely, in my opinion, would rank up there as figure of the year for 2026, or figures, or figure line of the year, because they are just so amazing. That's how much I love these figures. And I'm not even a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan, but I would even say that they knocked Conan off the second place roster. I still like my Norseman the best. My Norseman is still my favorite by Frazetta Girls, but these turtles are second place for me in my favorite action figures in my collection, as far as just their overall overall playability, look, aesthetic, articulation, quality, fun, accessories, you name it. These take the cake, and for many people I would see them making this even their first, but the Norseman is just, I don't know, I still have a special attachment to that figure. I just love him. But anyway, there you have it. There is the comparison that we were waiting to see, seeing all 4 turtles together, and they are looking epic. Let me stand up Michelangelo and everybody straight a little bit so that you can see how they are in height. Okay, to measure these turtles in here, Donatello from toe to the crown is 6.5. Michelangelo from toe to crown is 6 3/8. Leonardo is 6.5, so the same height as Donatello. And Raphael is the tallest at 6 3/4. From toe to crown, 6 3/4. Yep. So Donatello and Leonardo, the only two that are the same height. And Michelangelo is the shortest. So very, very interesting. And I'll go ahead and switch these around so you can see a little better. Put these beside each other since they're the same height here. There you go. You can pretty much see it there now. He's shorter than these two. And he's definitely the taller of the bunch. For sure. No doubt about it. And here again is Donatello with his tech gear going on. We have our Raphael with his height and his cool fork type knives or daggers or blades. I'm not sure exactly what they're called. Here is Michelangelo with his awesome, really cool skateboard, his ninja star in his belt, and his nunchucks, 2 of them, tucked away in the back of his shell. Then we have, last but not least, Leonardo with his awesome crossed swords on his shell back. And then Splinter, of course, their leader, sensei, and trainer, flocked by Super 7. He's so cool looking to me. I like him with this version of Turtles. I mean, you know, everything don't have to look the same in some instances. And in this instant, he's a rat. These are turtles, so, you know, they can look different. He has fur. They do not. So, you know, I know that I think they're saying from the Toy Fair that's going on right now that this company, MeTy Toys, is coming out with more of the turtle line. I don't know that I'll get any of those because I'm happy with these turtles. I'm not a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan, as I've said, but these guys make me a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figure fan, and they will go along with my Masters of the Universe. Speaking of which, let's bring in some of them. You know, Adam's supposed to be on Earth anyway, so let's bring him on in here and let him meet the turtles. And here are our turtles next to Prince Adam. This is the Revolution type Prince Adam, but I like him and I think he looks good with these turtles. So like I said, I can fit my Masters of the Universe figures in with these turtles easily, and I like it. And here is our turtles alongside of He-Man, because I like this Thunder Punch He-Man, especially with this Hordak MX head sculpt with the long hair. I just think that one bodes well for this particular style of He-Man. I just like that, so he's one of my favorites now because of that Hordak MX head sculpt with the long hair. I just like how he looks with this particular setup with the gold sword and the cool cap gun little, you know, shield there. So I love it. Looking great with these turtles. And before we head to Eternia, I did want to show you these turtles alongside of the last Ronin turtle. He's like an older turtle, and I did add the helmet on him, but he's looking really good alongside these NECA figures. He's about the size of Raphael if I put them side by side, but he's a big turtle. But I like him, and I think he fits in good with this group. So you know, if you've got some NECA turtles, there's going to be some versions of them that you can mix and match as far as other characters in with these. But you know, in my opinion, these turtles are superior. All right, I wanted to show you a little tip because of the fact that it has these cool looking holes back here. You know, it would have been cool if they had made it so that you could like unscrew this part from here or untab it. It's not going to come off unless you were to, you know, break it or cut it in two, and I don't want to do that. But that would have been cool because you could have fit these things in there like that, which would have been really neat. But if you have some G.I. Joe gun pieces and a little tacky, you can do something like that. And I even found, and I'm not even sure what this went to, one of these that will fit in there perfect. Those little tabs. So you could definitely have fun with a little bit of a blaster effect coming out of those pipes, which just adds some, you know, realism to your photos. He's going off. That is neat. There you go. All right, there you go. And here is He-Man, Battle Cat with Raphael, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, Splinter, and of course Man-at-Arms, and they're all looking epic here on Eternia as they are visiting to help out an ally, He-Man. And I think they're looking really good here together. Looking really cool. Yes, oh yes. So neat. And thank you so much for joining us for this Super Dave review. And it has been fun taking a look at these turtles. Thank you for joining us. Like, subscribe, and comment if you have something to say. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Here's some photos in the photo gallery. Be blessed.